Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is New Brighton, and the last time we left off, we put in a cargo hub down by the forestry area, and we added some modern city center residents down there. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call it, on City Skylines. I also play a couple other games as well, but if you like what you see, please click the like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And in today's episode, I'm going to take an idea that I saw on Xucaboa's Let's Play. Xucaboa is another YouTube creator and a friend of mine, and he actually spammed in a whole bunch of high density to unlock his tiles. Now, the last time we left off, I got up to the 60,000 population, and I wanted to put in airports today. So I had to put in to unlock the tile I wanted. Well, I didn't unlock the tile exactly. I unlocked the tile because I needed the highway to connect up to where we were going. So with that said, I used Xucaboa's idea, which I'm going to link him down below in the description. He's got an amazing channel. He does City Skylines. He's an excellent detailer. He details everything, and he explains everything he does, and he also uses real life experience in putting in his parks and his cities, and he explains where he saw them and how they have meaning to him. So yeah, if you don't subscribe to him already, go down, click that link, and subscribe to him. He's wonderful. So in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to time-lapse putting in some high density just to unlock the last tile and get us up to the 75,000 population. And then we're going to put in our airports. So let's go ahead and get into it. So in this bit, I'm just terraforming the land we do have because we're almost up to the last tile. That's the only one we need to unlock. So I just put in a whole bunch of roads, connect to the highway, and then I just fill it in with high density residents, commercial, everything that I need to get the population going up. So this seems like such a waste, but I had the money and I really did I absolutely need to open up the last tile? Probably not. But I figured we're so close, and I actually needed it for the airport, so I did need to open it up. Here we actually got to 75,000. It was pretty quick. It took about maybe an hour and a half. It's quicker on here with the time lapse, so, but yeah, we got to the metropolis, we got the airports, and here I'm just getting the stuff deleted before I even open the tile. So that took quite a while, just deleting all the stuff I did. Here we go ahead and we buy the extra tile, the last tile left in this series. So here I'm just terraforming the land, deleting some of the rocks, deleting the highway and some of these train tracks, because I'm kind of trying to terraform the land, see it out, and where exactly I want to put everything. Now, we had a space across from the city center that was empty, and we had our services up top, and it led to nowhere. So I thought it was kind of in the middle of the city, and I thought that would make a great place to put airports. And yeah, so I'm just gonna let this speak for itself. I did the highway over a little bit closer to the edge here, and I terraformed the land just back so this was a little bit smoother, and then I just reconnect everything. So down in here I just connect the highway and I connect the other highway, but I do not make ramps for them to connect off of. That's going to be in the next episode. Right now I just wanted to get the airports in and just make the highways connect to each other. So unfortunately they don't have off ramps down in that section just yet, but that will be in the next episode. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of highway I want to use for ramps and stuff, and I've been doing a little research in between. So That'll come up next. Here I'm just terraforming the land a bit because there is oil or something down here. I think it's oil. So we will be using that to make an oil industry because we do want to have all types of industries. I'm still not sure about the ore because I think we have to go up by the big rock, by the large trumpet interchange up on the edge of the map there. So that is where our ore is. So we will be putting in the 4 types of industries using the industry DLC. So right now I'm just finishing up the connections here so they all are connected. Then after this we're going to go down and we're going to delete the cargo train that we had down there with the warehouses, and I'm just going to move that out of the way, and I think we're going to use the cargo train airport. It's a hub and it comes at 75,000, so it's rather large, and yeah, I like it. I think it's going to work well down there. We do use 4 different types of airports. We use the Metropolitan, the International, the Cargo Airplane Train Hub, and the Aviation Club. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. Stay tuned and make sure you stay to the end so you can see the end results. It does come out quite nice. So finally, it's time to put in our airports. This is the Metropolitan. It's really big. I think it has a space for a blimp, and they both have the metro. So that's good. We do hook up the metro. That was the international one we just placed. And now I have to connect all the roads up. So this took a little bit of time, but I'm going to let you watch it through. Over here, I was going to place the cargo, but it needs a road. The other 2 airports you can place down without a road and then connect the roads later on. So I'm just going to let you take a look and see how it's run. And for these bits, I do slow down the time lapse just a bit. The other stuff wasn't really important. It wasn't the airports, which is what we're doing. So I had that on a really fast time lapse. I mean, I probably had 20 or so videos saved on this, so it was a lot of editing and probably around over 5 hours of footage. So yeah, it took a while to do. It doesn't look that long when you do the time lapse, but yeah, it was a lot of stuff to go through. So yeah, I do slow it down just so you could see the connections I make and how I make them to the highway. It's not the prettiest, it's not the worst. I do try to make all the connections pretty smooth and the curves pretty smooth. So yeah, I'll let the video speak for itself and I'll jump in a little while. Cargo hub. This one, you have to place a road. So this took me a little bit of time of planning, because I would lay down a road, I would put it down, I would see how it looked, see if it fit. So this takes a little bit of time. So I do move it around quite a bit, and then I go ahead and I start using some gravel roads coming off the highway, because I had it on this angle over here and it just wasn't working for me. I was going to connect it up to services, and then I thought, why would I mess with that? The services has nothing really to do with it. I just need to get people off the highway to get into the hub itself. I don't need the services connected. That would probably just add a little bit more traffic and more chaos. So I came off the highway here, and using gravel roads is a great way to kind of lay out what you're thinking in your head. Sometimes when you upgrade, they do interfere with the highway, so you do have to be careful, and you might have to make adjustments. So that's why I changed over to the regular highway ramps, because I know once I cross over, sometimes when I update them or upgrade them, they don't fit properly. So again, I'll let the video speak for itself, and I'll be back and jump in when we get to metro line was already at. I do make a direct connection to the glass hub and the other one over in our new university city. So both sides of the islands or the map can get to the airport, and they kind of have a direct route. Now I thought about putting a train station in here as well. I'm not sure, maybe later on down the line we'll do that. So next I start putting in a whole bunch of walking paths, trees, decoration, just really decorating the whole thing and detailing it up. I do add unique buildings a little bit later. Some of them fit, some of them didn't. I moved one of them out of there. And another thing I also add is taxis. So I add a whole bunch of taxi stops throughout the city to the airports. I just thought that I don't have buses, so I figured they could take the taxi, take the metro, and get around that way. And they look kind of cool. I like the taxis, little stops with the little blue tops on them. So yeah. So again, I'm gonna let the video speak for itself, and I'll be back in a little while. Running the roads in to put in our Aviation Club. This is a really cool little plane ad. I like it a lot. It does add a little bit of interest, and the space worked really well for it. It's not very large, and it just fit really good in this area. So here I'm just placing a couple of the unique buildings. I did put a hotel over here. I thought this would be a good area. It's right by the airports. I mean, people want to grab a hotel. And I'm just finishing up decorating, adding the trees. And yeah, we're almost done, and I will do a reveal at the end. So here are the end results. I think it came out pretty nice. There's probably going to be adjustments I'll make later on, either to roads or add a train, or I'm not really sure. I think I have a bus depot in there that I have to run buses to as well. But overall, yeah, I think this came out really nice. This part is the international airport right over here. This is the Metropolitan. We could add blimps, which would be nice. That is definitely something we could do in a future episode as well. But overall, I think it turned out really good. It runs pretty smoothly. The traffic seems to be flowing pretty good. I'm a little worried about the cargo. The cargo could get backed up, but that's again something that I may have to alter. But overall, it's working quite well. I love the way this looks. It's such a huge cargo area. And here's our little aviation space club. I love this. I think these little planes are the cutest things you ever saw. And if you like my content and you would like to see more, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and come back and check us out. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.